Hello, my name is Eric Olonga, Principal and Director of SHEKS 600 Training Center. I want to officially welcome you to this institution and just say thank you for all that registered to our program. And we are here today officially welcoming you to this great institution. SHEKS 600 Training Center has a whole lot of things like said that will be delivered. We'll be showing you secret things that designers are not showing you, people that are making impact on this in this field, other things that they don't show you, sites, shortcuts if you want shortcuts. But we will have to take you through the whole training. In this institution, we want to just not equip you. There are other things that will come by reason of you being attached to this program that will be mentioned, not on camera. So we are welcoming you for today's session. And today I just want to share a brief history of SHEKS 600 Training Center. I want you to know that SHEKS 600 Training Center is a part of SHEKS 600 Consultancy and Production, which is a media creative firm. And this is another area, another aspect of our business, which is there to just educate the society on technical field and looking at the evolving of this generation. And that's what we are trying to do. We want to equip people for this cause. So SHEKS 600 Training Center, as you can see, was founded in the year 2021 with a mission of providing top-notch education in creative and technical field. Our initial focus was on graphics, and our vision has always been much more. And we started with graphics because we wanted to really make a difference in the society. Our vision has always been to grow this university in the next, to be one of the largest universities in Africa. So in 2022 rather, we took a milestone by launching 21 days Design Like a Pro, which we offered to students, and we graduated some students, as you can see on the image there below. Our 10 years vision, we envision to establish an institution that is not only providing trainings, specialized training, but also offering degree programs at undergraduate and postgraduate level, making it one of the most largest prestige university in Africa in the next 10 years. That's one of our main focus. Our future, one of the future courses that will be teaching, even starting from next year, will be things like software developing, advanced software developing, and we'll look at things that people have been asking. AI is taking over people that do designs. We'll show you why AI is not taking over people that are doing design. It still has a long way. We'll show you why that is so. So we'll talk about software development, we'll be talking about digital marketing and some other courses, data science. We'll be talking about multimedia and analysis, animation rather, cybersecurity, hacking. These are some of the courses that we'll be offering starting from next year. Engineering and technology, we are looking at business entrepreneurship, we're looking at robotics, renewable energy, and etc. Graphics and web designing, which is a field that is now, this is the program that we're running, graphic and web designing. We'll look at UX and UI design and etc. The list is ongoing. Our values, we value in innovating, in learning. Our values are creative empowerment and integrations, industry integration, excellency. Those are some of our values. I'm sure you're able to see that on your screen, and due to time I have to cruise because I have a lot of slides to talk about. So I want to talk about our course outline and how we will operate in the next 14 days, which is our 4 weeks training program. Our first week we'll be looking at introduction to graphics and basics of Photoshop. So we'll look at introduction to graphics, history, revolution of graphics, overview of different design tools. The same day we'll combine with a second lecture, which is Photoshop basics. We'll walk you through the interface. We'll walk you through tools and functions, creating and saving documents, because we'll be meeting 3 times a week. So meaning our classes are only happening for 3 times a week. And we'll also look at working with layers, understanding layers, layer management, layer organization, and we'll look at basic layer effects. On that same particular day, we'll combine it with another lesson, which is selection tools. We'll show you different tools that we are using, that you'll be using in order to make your work come out good. And the last day of that week, we'll be looking at introduction to typography. I want to make mention that typography is one of the most important courses you need to learn about designs. You should keep that in the back of your mind. Today in the morning, I was listening to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs said something that I liked. He said, when he was creating the Mac PC, what made it look different from most of the PCs that were there was the fact that he did this code called typography. So the MacBook came with the Mac PC, came with a different interface that most computers then did have, and Windows later on ended up copying. I'm just quoting from his words. So this is one of the most important courses, and for those that were here on our last course that we were teaching about graphics, they will tell you that I have overemphasized the importance of typography. We are looking at and we'll have assignments. We'll be creating a logo, shapes, and practice layers management and so forth. We'll give you 500 plus free templates to learn. When I mean learn, you go through the work, look at the thinking culture. I always say that by a great design, you can actually look at how a designer thinks. The quality of the design can actually tell you the quality of the designer. If a designer has confusion in his designs, it actually shows you at what stage they are at in their designs. We will show you all that. One of the teachers that taught me in design my job is to remove the confusion in your head. Yeah, and with time he was able to remove that from me, and we saw the effect of what he was saying. The second week we'll be looking at intermediate Photoshop techniques and design principles. We'll look at things like number 1, color theory and application. Very important course. And there it will also feature with something that I call color terminology. We will look at different color stuff, and that will just take your whole look and how you see design at another level. We'll look at understanding color modes. We'll look at RGB versus CMYK. Very important. Please, I hope all the students are taking note of the course outline. Please, other things will be added, like when we'll be having random quizzes on websites and whatnot. We'll look at using gradients and color patterns. On that same very day, we'll looking at how these two marry. On that very day, you'll also be learning manipulation techniques, image manipulation technique. That's cropping, resizing, transforming images, and basic retouching. You will look at things like that. Then on the second day of that week, which is the third day on this, so please, I hope you're following, don't get lost, which is the second day. So we meet 3 times a week, so we are combining the days. So we only have classes 3 times and not 5 times a week. So I have said day 1 and day 2 we'll do it in one day. So now day 3 we'll do it alone. We'll look at blending modes and filters. Very important. Blending modes are very, very important, especially when we start looking at things like compositing and whatnot. We'll learn. So we'll look at using blending modes for creative effects. Now, I said it's going to be used mainly for compositing. You will see that we will look at introducing to Photoshop filters. We'll show you what filters to use, when, how, and why. And on the last day of that week, we'll look at design principles. That's the second week. We'll look at design principles. We'll look at color. We'll look at balance, contrast, all these things, alignment, all those things that are in line with that. We'll look at, practicing examples of study cases. The same day, we'll look at working with smart objects. So when I tell you, can you turn this into a smart object, you'll be able to understand why we are turning it into a smart object and how to turn it into a smart object. Of course, that week we have assignments and tasks. We are going to look at designing a social media post using blending modes and smart objects, creating a color pattern, and applying the basic to a basic flyer design. Like I said, there are PhDs that will be giving you, that you will look at, that will help you on that assignment. On the third day, we'll be looking at advanced techniques and project-based learning. So in here, we'll be looking at learning modes. We'll be looking at number 1, advanced masking techniques. Very important. Very important. I shared this with one gentleman in the office who was one of our students yesterday, and I was telling him everything that we are looking at and we are admiring starts from graphics. Good video editors, good website designers, good app developers, people that are doing very good stuff are good graphics designers. And that itself will help you be able to make. So when you look at things like masking, I already understand where you will use masking. So even if you decide to, in the future, to start doing VFX, you will already know how to mask and whatnot, using the pen tool, selection, working with advanced layer masks. We'll teach you that on that very day, because this is very complex. We'll have it on the day 1. The second day, we'll be looking at working with textures and patterns. We'll be creating, custom textures and whatnot, working with patterns in designs. The same day, we'll have another course which is going to be introducing UI and UX design, basic user interface experience, because UI and UX simply means user experience and user interface. And you will see creating the wireframes in Photoshop. Most of the statements will begin to make sense as we go on with the training. The last day of that week, we'll look at creating mockups. Very important. Have you seen mockups of billboards and making it more realistic? So we'll show you how to do that, how to create a mockup on any image. And this third week, we will introduce you to animation in Photoshop. You can animate something in Photoshop. We will show you all that. And we'll have assignments that week, which will be designing a home page layer with focusing on UX and UI. I also want to make sure that this thing that you're going to do will be prototyped. Please take note. And all that will teach you more on that one. Creating mockups of product packaging. So you actually capture something with your phone or whatever you're going to use, and you try to make it look realistic by fitting so many things in there. And that week will give you different templates that you need to go and study and understand the pattern thinking. Please note, the assets we are giving you are not just for them to make you design something in a few minutes, because we have students that are coming from companies that are working from firms, and you are the one managing social media for the company. So you don't have to I have to just get one template of a flyer, just manipulate. It's not just doing that. If you get used to such a way, I'll tell you that your design career will be very bad, because you will have to rely on templates to be able to design, which my mentor says you can go through a school, but the school did not go through you, and that's what would happen to you. So the templates that we're giving you are also for them, that you may be able to understand someone's thinking pattern as they were coming up with that creative work. The fourth week, which will be like the final week, it will be very packed, because we'll look at designing, a portfolio. These are final stuff. So Principles of a good portfolio will tell you that. Tools and resources for creating an online portfolio, very important. Then the same day we'll look at personal branding, the importance of you, who is a designer, branding yourself and why you should do it. The second day of that week, we'll look at things like final project overview, explaining the final project requirement and how to present your work. That's even before clients and whatnot. And the fourth week is peer review and feedback. Please note, in the school of creatives, you must be open to criticism. Let people criticize your work, because that's what will make you look good. That's what will help you grow and see which areas you need to work on. And I always say it's nothing personal. It's really nothing personal, but it's just something that you need to work on in order for the client to receive that. And the other time we'll be looking at now presentation day. Students have to present their final products, instructors, and give us feedback of the grading. So that week we'll have assignments. That will be your final assignments. I will need projects, portfolios that you will build, and things like that, and etc. Other details will be shared. So here, our objectives for these courses, the things that we've put down here, is because number one, mastery of technical tools and softwares. Like I said, you can be a designer that knows how to do certain things, but yet that designer depends on templates in order for you to execute work. That's very bad for your field. Objectives: by the end of the program, students will be proficient in the industry standards with software such as Adobe Illustrator, After Effects, and Premiere Pro. We are also going to look at details on that. Is skill development. Students will learn to navigate each tool, understand its features, applying them effectively in their various fields, and application and all that. Let me go on. Creative conceptualization and execution. This is one of the more, because when we're looking at the first lesson, I'll show you the 12 areas of graphic designers, and in most advanced places, all the students will tell you, most people that are doing those things in those areas, they have just, in the 12 areas, they have just majored in one. So here we'll show you things. The first thing immediately when someone says, okay, I need you to brand my company, what is the first thing? Okay, what's the company about? My company is about medicine. What is the first thing that are you supposed to look at? We'll show you all that. So conceptualization, very important. One of the most important assets a person in creatives need is their mind. They must be able to conceptualize, and execution is different to conceptualize, but you don't have the ability to execute the work. So we'll teach you how to bring out your ideas from your thought into an image or anything that clients will do that. So we'll look at idea generation, execution, and whatnot. The other objective is understanding and applying design principles. You need to understand this is very important. Students who have a solid understanding of the core design principles, including color theory, typography, composition, and layouts. The details, design fundamentals. The program will cover the essential elements of design and ensure that students understand how to create balance, harmony, and visuals. Things that will look like that. Critical, application and whatnot. Let's go on. Professional portfolio development. You will not only develop your own, but you also build things for other people. That's one of our, let me pass on this one. I think I spoke about it. Creative communication and client interactions. When I say creative communication, you need to understand that in most cases, you will never work alone. You will work with people. So you need to know how to communicate your thought and what you think about the particular thing that is being said. And clients interaction, you need to know how to interact with clients. So here, students will develop a strong communication skill, enabling them to effectively interact with clients, present their ideas, and collaborate with peers. Be open to criticism. Like I said, you need to be able to lay your work down on someone and say, what do you think about this work? And they'll be able to tell you that. Time management and project overflow. Sometimes you can take a whole eternity to finish simple work because you have not valued time. This is very important. Students will develop the ability to manage their time effectively and follow structured project workflow from start to finish. When I started this career, I did not have this. I had to learn this over time. So I'll give you templates that I have built for myself from scratch on how you can track your progress of your projects as you go on to scheduling and what to send to your clients. Because some of them, students who reached out, they say they are doing business and this is their main area. So you will know how to reach out to this to these people and just say to them, okay, listen, this is how your work is going to be flowing and you will get this work done. Just a breakdown in a professional way. I didn't have it when I started. So adaptability and problem solving. So students will be taught how to solve problems. Students will develop the ability to adapt to new challenges, problem solving creatively, and learning new skills as needed. You will learn that, and we'll show you how to navigate through that one. Career readiness and industrial knowledge. Students will prepare to enter the workforce with a clear understanding of the industry and whatnot. Yeah. Collaboration with teamwork, very, very, very important. So you will have to pair with people. We've noticed that some of the students will be coming in the afternoon while others will be coming in the evening because of their work and commitments. So we'll pair you with someone that is in your time frame that you can come and share different ideas. And this is very, very important. Students will learn to work effectively in teamwork, collaboration on projects, and contribute to group time. This is one of the areas that will assess your work with. Ethical and professional conduct. Students will develop a strong sense of ethical and professional understanding and the importance of integrating in their works and interfaces. Very important. Ethical design practice. The program will provide topics such as plagiarism, copyright law. Please, you should know that. We need to teach you this. And the design resources, professionalism, and the outcome. So, that being said, I have a question for you. Do you think AI will replace people like us? This question will tackle it as one of the courses and it will come in the final exam. But during the process, we'll have to teach you and things that you need to look at. The last thing and not the least, we'll talk about things that have to do with assessing students. So we'll assess you in different areas, in technical skills, your portfolio development, and these other areas as you move. So basically, I had to give you a few things to look at for your orientation. And I want you to know that we are here to challenge ourselves to grow and to show the value of what we are doing. There are people that are also learning things about live streaming. You will need to understand, I'm going to create a certain link or send you a small video that we will look at that. That being said, all the students that are part of the institution are supposed to come to the office And when you come to the office, we will give you softwares on the computers that you have. So we'll install on you 2024 modern softwares, and we'll give you a set of from the 100 things that from the 500 plus things that we had said we were going to give you. So we'll give you we'll give you some of them for you to start your journey. So every student needs to register and come to the office as we install the latest softwares on your computers and start this lecture. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast on our orientation. As you come, some of those things we'll have to do them on ground. So we'll have to take you around the place, show you our restrooms, and just give you a bit of housekeeping rules as you are in this institute. All the students that have registered have to really send us details so that your IDs can be ready for security reasons. This building here has security, so for your movements and whatnot, in case you are questioned, you need to have an ID and be able to present as you come up here. And punctuality, I want to emphasize, if our lectures are starting at 18:30, please be here at 18:20 so that we are not inconveniencing the class. Like I said, this building here has a lot of security measures, so it means that one has to come out and just give you access with the cards so that the doors open and whatnot. So you have to be on time so that we are not in that. And I think basically that's one of the things we'll talk about. This is for the graphic design and the content creators, even for those that are doing live streaming, because we'll teach you different layouts on how to make your stream look beautiful, filtering what you're doing. All that comes with developing the eye. And I am very happy that in this 4 weeks, we will be challenging ourselves in different levels. I want you to put in the work. It's just 4 weeks. You will go back to your normal life. So in these 4 weeks, you need to study, read any form of question at any time. You can lay it in my inbox. Most of you have my number. Lay it in my inbox. Send me a message. I'll reply at a time I can reply and give you guidance on how you can go about it. Our office is still open to you. Please announce your coming when you have an inquiry. Please come through. We show you how to navigate around the tools for those students that need more time. And for other extra classes, so that you can really advance in this 4 weeks, we can agree for those ones. It's not mandatory. For those ones that are interested, can also be coming on Saturdays for our session. On these Saturdays, you can just come for an hour and you ask me all the questions, show me different designs, any design that you like. How did they come up with this? We create it from scratch. I show you how the designer was thinking and what was in the mind. So we are here to just open and look at different work. Thank you so much for joining us today. And please register your presence. Send us an email at 600 SHEKS Consultancy and Productions. No, don't send to that one. Send to SHEKS 600. Send it to SHEKS 600 at gmail.com. Let me confirm with that one. Is it? Yes. Send it to 600 SHEKS at gmail.com. Send it to 600 SHEKS at gmail.com. Send us all those things that you want to get more clarity, and come through the office as we finish our official filing documents that you need to sign for administrative purposes. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the first class, where I will take you through 11 different stages of graphic designing and why you should waste time major into one. Thank you so much. We'll see you.